What is up, everybody? It is Zach. Sorry, I'm trying to adjust the music. Welcome to the Hogwarts Legacy reaction stream. It's happening. It's today. The big reveal of gameplay. Everything we'll need to know about Hogwarts Legacy is going to be in this presentation. Let me actually adjust the volume a little bit on the thing because it's really loud in my ear. That's better. Maybe turn it up a little here. Let me know how the music is in the background compared to my voice and all that. If it's too loud, I'll turn it down more. If it's too quiet, I'll turn it up. If it's just right, then perfect. All right, let's see. So what do I want to see out of this stream? Hello, Antonio, and hello, Rebecca. I see you in the chat. Hello. Hopefully you're both having an amazing day. It's weird. It says I have 0 viewers right now, but that's not possible because there are people talking in chat. Weird. But anyways, yeah. Hogwarts Legacy, obviously you guys know I've been waiting very patiently for announcements on this game, for more updates for the past year and a half nearly now, actually, because I think we first heard about it in like the fall of 2020. So that's, yeah, like a year and a half ago, which is kind of crazy. I remember it was actually like my very first ever COVID scare, where I didn't think I had COVID, but I was in close contact with one of my residents at my job who got COVID. And it was like my first, second day in quarantine. And then all of a sudden they were like, oh, hey, here's this Hogwarts Legacy announcement. And I was like, what? So yeah, so I'm very excited for the new trailer, or actually not even new trailer, new 20 minutes of footage we're going to see for this thing. I do want to say, actually, really quickly, I did see the, there's a new trailer, or actually there's an announcement of a new game coming out. I don't know if I'm going to do a video on it yet. I'm still deciding if I want to. A game called... Crap. Hold on. I need to... It was The Quarry. The Quarry, that's what it's called. It's called The Quarry. And this game is basically a spiritual sequel to Until Dawn. And I was reading up on it earlier, and it's different than the Dark Pictures Anthology games, because the Dark Pictures Anthology games are smaller in scale. The games are much shorter. There are less characters you get to control. And, yeah, this seems to be bigger. Apparently there's 9 playable characters, which I believe even beats Until Dawn, because I think Until Dawn had 8. Well, maybe it's 9 if you count Beth in the beginning, but, like, really, like, 8 main playable characters that you could save. So, yeah, I'm excited for that game. That game comes out June 10th. And if that date sounds familiar, that's the same day as Mario Strikers Battle League, which sucks. It really sucks. Though, actually, it doesn't really suck that much. I think what I'll do on that day, June 10th, is I'll play Mario Strikers during the day, you know, like, throughout the day, and then at night I'll play The Quarry, which should be really, really fun. I also love that The Quarry seems like it's like Until Dawn was very much inspired by like 80s horror movies, and you could tell, but The Quarry like takes that to another level by even offering like 80s clothing for the characters. It's legit like camp counselors out in the woods. The lineup of characters looks really interesting for the game. Maybe I'll just do a whole video about this, because I know I want to talk about Hogwarts Legacy some more. But yeah, the game looks so cool. I can't wait to hopefully see what that game becomes. And I really hope it's good. I mean, I like the Dark Pictures Anthology games, but I really want this game to be what I wanted a sequel to Until Dawn to be. Hey, Indie Gamer. No worries about you being on a new account. Sucks that you lost access to your old one, though. How did you lose access? Did you forget your password, or did someone hack it? Was there tomfoolery afoot? What happened? Okay, so Hogwarts Legacy. Stuff I want to see from this game. There's a lot that I want to see from this game. First of all, I don't want to see too much of the story. Like, I mean, the story is important. I want to learn a little more about what the main story is about. I mean, we know that it's during the late 1800s, that you're a kind of transfer student. Like, you start at your 5th year at Hogwarts, and it's your first year at Hogwarts, but you're a fifth year, which I don't know entirely how that works. Like I said, maybe it's like a transfer situation. Maybe like you're a transfer student from Ilvermorny or Durmstrang or Beauxbatons or wherever. And that's really all we know. There's dark things afoot and all of that. What I do want to see is I want to see more of what you'll be doing, because I want this game to have a fine balance of exploring the actual story, the Dark Wizard story and your personal story. I want to explore more of that, but I also want to see what Hogwartsy things you can do, because many people have always wanted a Harry Potter RPG that puts you in the world of Harry Potter, not just to tell a wizarding story, but to actually put you at Hogwarts. So for example, having things like you being able to play on the Quidditch team, I think are a big thing. If there's no Quidditch in this game, that would be surprising, and I'd be relatively upset if there was no Quidditch. Stuff like that. It should really feel like Hogwarts, maybe even going to classes. And I do believe in some of the trailers you can kind of see your character in classes. You can see potions class and all that, so that I expect, but it's just how much they'll go into it. Like, you're starting the experience in your fifth year at Hogwarts. So will you take the OWLs? Is that something they're going to integrate into it? And what about already existing Harry Potter characters? Because we do know that Albus Dumbledore did go to Hogwarts in the late 1800s. So will we see a student version of Albus Dumbledore? Will we see any of that? That's the big thing that I'm wondering. I got a new email because my old one stopped working. The domain was linked to our old internet provider, which they stopped allowing us to use once we switched. Okay. That sucks. That really sucks. Like, I've always wondered, like, because the email address I use, I'm not going to obviously say my email address, but I use Yahoo for one of my emails at least. So it's like, Yahoo is like not as relevant as it was when I made that email back in like the early 2010s. So it's like, how relevant is that going to be? Like, will Yahoo ever shut down and everything I have attached to that email is just screwed? Like, how's that gonna work? So yeah, one thing with Hogwarts Legacy, it's so hard because of the fact that this doesn't take place during any of the Harry Potter universe that we actually have seen. We've seen, obviously, Harry Potter's timeline being the 90s. We know from The Cursed Child, we know the late 2010s, and I think early 2020s as well. We are seeing the events of Fantastic Beasts play out, the events between Dumbledore and Grindelwald back in the 1920s, 30s, and 40s. So this is before even all of that. So it's going to be completely unprecedented, and a lot of new stuff will be thrown at us, I think, in terms of story elements. Obviously, all the professors are going to be completely different. We're not going to see any familiar faces there. Maybe some of the ghosts we'll see, like maybe we'll see Peeves or Nearly Headless Nick, some familiar stuff there. But other than that, it is going to be completely different, I feel, which, I'm okay with as long as it captures the magic of how people view Hogwarts and the Harry Potter series in general. If it captures that magic, pun intended, I think it'll be fine, but we'll have to wait and see. The same with my Discord. The email no longer works, but luckily I remember my password, so as long as I do, I can still use it. That's good. Yeah, make sure you remember that password, or else you're gonna be screwed, and we don't want that. We don't want Indie Gamer to lose his Discord account. Sorry, I'm quickly checking my phone here. Okay. Let's see. What else can I think of? I covered Quidditch. I covered the story. I saw that this game has a lot of customization options. I really hope there's a lot of different stuff, especially with the controversies with J.K. Rowling right now. I really hope that they do have a lot of different options of the way you customize your characters, just to make everyone feel represented in the game. Because I know there are some people, who, when it comes to games with character customizations, feel left out. So hopefully they sort that out here. Oh, release date. I would love a release date. I'm anticipating a autumn release date, a fall release date, maybe holiday, but definitely not before like September. I think September, the earliest is when I think they could do say a release date. Or no, wait a minute. September is the earliest they could release the game, I think. And I do think they'll probably want to showcase it at like E3 or Summer Game Fest. And then release it that fall. That's what I think they're going to do. I made a backup account with some friends so I can get invited back to those areas just in case. That's good. Yeah, we don't want to lose you, Indy. You don't want to lose your access to the amazing ZakPak Discord server, and of course every other server you are potentially in. Let's see. How are people in chat doing? How's people doing? How is everyone doing today? I'm doing pretty good. The past few weeks have been very hectic. Hence, like I said, not a lot of uploads. There's a lot of stuff going on right now. Though, I am working on some potentially really cool stuff. Just last night, actually, or no, 2 nights ago, I got an email from someone really cool from a game studio for a game that I have covered pretty heavily on the channel, and I'm working out an interview with said person, and I'm really excited. It'll be my first time actually really doing a proper interview with a game developer. I'm not going to say who it is quite yet, because I don't want to, like, put that out there just yet, but I'm really excited, hoping this interview really goes through. I sent the person all of the questions that I want to ask them, and they approved everything. We're going to be playing the game together online. That can give you a hint, narrows down what games it could be. But I'm super, super excited to see what comes of this. Super, super excited. Actually, you know what? While we're here, let me actually, I'm going to actually... Hey, Rebecca. Oh, I already said hello to you. You were here earlier. Let me actually quickly pull up the first Hogwarts Legacy trailer. Maybe we can look through that. Wait. What's this? Hogwarts Legacy 6 minutes. What is this? Oh, that's clickbait. That is clickbait. Dude, that was I was like, I saw 6 minutes. I was like, what? 6 minutes of new footage, but it's okay. Never mind. Actually, hold on. Let me get chat up on my phone. Sorry, guys. Kind of unorganized. I mean, this is my channel at this point. You should be used to that. You know, this is nothing new for my channel. Pull it up on my phone. My only YouTube chat was a chat mod. Oh, I can make you mod. Give me a second here. Add moderator. Yeah, I was not talking much. It's all good. Phasmophobia. It isn't Phasmophobia. You know, I'll just say it because there's not many of us here. It's Back for Blood. I got an interview lined up with someone from Turtle Rock Studios, so I'm very excited for that interview when it potentially happens. I was in contact with Alyssa, her name is, last night, so hopefully it turns out well. So yes, it feels really cool getting to interview the team behind Left 4 Dead and Back 4 Blood. It's super cool. I'm super excited for it. But I don't even know if I'll really announce it or anything, but I'll drop that whenever that's done and ready. All right, so here we are. This is the original trailer, the first trailer. I wanted to look through it again because it's been a little while since I've watched this trailer. So let's watch through it once. We got time. We still got 15 minutes until the presentation starts. So let's go. Warner Brothers Games. Wizarding World and Portkey Games. Avalanche Studios. Let me know how the audio is, by the way. I can turn it up if need be. My God, this game, let me look at it. It's so good. And the music, too. This music is something. can't hear it? Okay, I'll turn it up. How's that? Is that good? Is that better? Oh my gosh. There's got to be Quidditch, right? With the broomstick. I kind of forgot about this cutscene. So there's got to be Quidditch, right? There can't not be Quidditch if they're gonna have us walking out with brooms here. Look at those robes, though. Those robes look cool. There's the potions master. Looks like Sirius Black almost. There's herbology teacher, whoever she is. Yeah, this game looks so cool. Oh my god, the mooncalves look so cool. Care of Magical Creatures is probably going to be one of my favorite things about this game. Presuming we actually get to go in depth and see lots of different magical creatures. I mean, mooncalves, obviously. But, like, also maybe, like, I would love to see, like a hippogriff. Oh, actually, I think there actually is a hippogriff in the trailer somewhere. But imagine, though, almost like in the third Harry Potter video game, Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, the video game, you could ride Hedwig. Oh my gosh. You could ride Buckbeak. Oh, that's the presentation. I have the presentation up in the background. But yeah, you can ride Buckbeak around. Actually, hold on. Let me mute that for now. Mute that for now. Okay. Just so that we can continue watching this, because we still got another 14 minutes. Okay. All right. So let's keep watching. So that, hold on, I think that's the Ravenclaw common room, I think. Because it does look like everyone's wearing blue here. I don't think I've ever really, like, analyzed this trailer. I'm trying to remember if I did a trailer analysis of this game. I don't think I did. But, yeah, I think this is the Ravenclaw common room, because it looks like it's in Ravenclaw Tower. Like, it looks high up, because you can see, like, there's, like, it's got a roof here. It's all blue. There's lots of books. Yeah, this is the Ravenclaw common room. Looks so good. That's obviously Transfiguration. So yeah, there's definitely going to be an emphasis on the classes and all that, and I'm excited for that. Just because, like, everyone who's read the Harry Potter books or watched the Harry Potter movies has always wanted to go to Hogwarts. Like, it's so weird, like, you know, in a world where a lot of people complain about going to school, myself included. I always complain about going to school, but it's like, you know, and like the Wizarding world, it's like, yo, I would love to go to Hogwarts. I would love to go to school. I would be excited to do my homework. I'd be excited to take those OWLs and the EWTs. Like, excuse me, like, so much fun. Anyways, I had to get to go to Hogsmeade. Yeah, so this is, yeah, you get to ride a hippogriff, which is so cool. It could be a way to explore the world. Like I said, I do hope that they balance it, though. I want there to be a lot of time at Hogwarts. Like, I almost want it to be 70% story at Hogwarts, and then 30%, like, adventuring outside of Hogwarts and doing other things. Like, I definitely want a bit of exploration like this, where you get to fly fly hippogriff, you know, around, well, wherever, really. Or maybe instead of a hippogriff, you can use Thestrals. Maybe you have a choice of which magical beast you can ride. Or if the game's crazy enough, you could ride a dragon. Like, you train, like, a Hungarian Horntail or something, and you could ride a dragon. I don't know. That would be really, really cool, but we'll have to wait and see. Have you been to Universal Studios? I have. I have been to the Harry Potter Universal Park. What was it now? About 6 years ago? 2016? Yeah, 6 years ago. Because it was about when I graduated high school. It was my graduation gift to get to go down and see Harry Potter World. And it was so cool. I loved it. It was so much fun. It was a bit weird because, like, Hogsmeade was, like, decorated with snow, but, like, Universal's in Florida. Well, the Universal Park I went to was in Florida, and it was really hot. So, like, walking through Hogsmeade with all the snow on the roofs and all that, but it being, like, 80 degrees in June, like, yeah, it was hot, and it was weird. But it was still really cool. I prefer Universal. I think I've talked about this before. I prefer Universal Studios over Disney. Maybe it's because when I went to Disney, granted I was a kid, so like it was what 13 years ago now I think since I've been to since I've been to Disney, and and I mean I liked Disney. It was fun. It was magical. It was fun, but I don't know. I just liked Universal more. Maybe it's because I mean I love Disney movies. I mean there are some big Disney movies I haven't seen, and I love Disney though, like I said, but Universal just has a larger variety of stuff, in my opinion. Like, I remember when I was a kid when we went there, I loved the fact they had, like, a Cat in the Hat thing, and then, like, they had Shrek, and then, like, The Simpsons were there, and now, obviously, Harry Potter and Mario, Super Mario is going to be there. Like, there's a lot more variety, in my opinion, at Universal. I just like that more. Now, granted, I only went to the main Disney park. I didn't go to Epcot or, like, the Safari Disney Safari thing. I didn't do any of that. But I don't know. I just liked the Universal parks better. And with Universal, I went to the two parks. It's like the main park and then like Island of Adventure, I think it's called. Yeah. When's it coming to Xbox Series X? I'm not sure. We're going to hopefully learn the release date for this game today. I'm hoping. It's a 20-minute presentation, and the game's supposed to come out this year. I mean, I at least kind of want a window, right? Like, even if there's not, like, a solid date, I don't think we're going to get a solid date. I would love a solid date, but I think what they're going to do is they're going to say fall 2022, like, fall. And then whenever they show off more at maybe E3 or Summer Game Fest, that's when they'll actually say September 22nd, whatever date it would be. That's what I think they'll do, but we'll have to wait and see. I don't know which I like more. Oh, in terms of the theme parks, yeah, I mean, it just depends on your taste, really. Like, both parks have their benefits to them, right? Like, they're both amazing theme parks. But I just prefer Universal because of the stuff that Universal has that Disney doesn't. Because I like Disney movies a lot. Like, there's so, like, Encanto. I loved that movie. Encanto, whatever. Loved that movie. But, I mean, I'm not as big of a Disney head as some other people. Universal, I mean, I love Harry Potter, and I love Nintendo. Two of my favorite things in one theme park. So, you know, it's hard to, I mean, at least for me. But like I said, everyone has their preferences and what they like. So, yeah. What are those the Infuri? How do you pronounce that? I've never learned how to pronounce it. It's like Infuri, whatever. Disney is pretty nostalgic for me, but nowadays I like more of the movies by Universal, like Jurassic Park, Back to the Future. Exactly. Like, Universal isn't even like obviously, like, Universal, it's not even like all the stuff is owned by Universal themselves. Like, you know, when you watch a Universal movie, like, Harry Potter is not a Universal thing. That's Warner Brothers. Nintendo, right? Nintendo isn't even, you know, I mean, I don't know. I guess, like, I guess it's just, like, Universal can get licenses to use for their theme parks. I think Universal's more known for their theme parks rather than some of the movies they produce. And Disney, it's about 50-50, right? Like, Disney movies are very popular, but so is the theme park. Universal, it's not really that. Disney is definitely more children-oriented. Yeah, I heard Epcot, the other Disney park, is not. Like, it's got more, like rides, like roller coasters and, like, rides, whereas Disney will have, like, it's a small, or, like, the main Disney park will have, like, It's a Small World, or, like, the Dumbo ride, or, like, Aladdin's Magic Carpet, or, you know, like, smaller kid-oriented rides. But Universal has more. Like, you have, like, the superhero rides, right? I think there's, like, I'm thinking of Six Flags now. Wait, am I thinking of Six Flags? Yeah, no, I'm thinking of Six Flags. Where Six Flags had the Incredible Hulk ride. I've never been to Six Flags. Well, I guess each one's different, isn't it? Because I went to the one in New Jersey. What's that called? Six Flags, I don't know if the one in Jersey's called, but there's all the superhero rides. Okay, never mind. I'm mixing up theme parks now. I haven't been to a theme park in a while, actually. Now I think about it, I haven't been to a theme park in ages. I mean, I guess because it's COVID, but, like, it's been a little while. Man. Hold on, guys. Sorry, I'm quickly checking something. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, I'm back. Oh, Universal does have the Hulk. Okay, maybe it is Universal. I don't know. I'm losing track of things. Anything working well either? Yeah. I mean, there's just too much going on in the world right now to really. I mean, I know that in Hollywood, the Nintendo theme park's opening up next year, and I'm already talking to Chris about like, yo, are we gonna go next year? Are we gonna go see not Harry Potter, Nintendo Land next year? Like, let's go. Let's do it next year. And then Joey commented that he wanted to come, so I was like, oh my god, am I gonna get the whole Game Explain team to come? All right, let's finish up this trailer, and then we'll hop over to the State of Play thing. All right, so we got Dementors. So is that Azkaban? That's Azkaban. I wonder what you do in Azkaban. Because I love the Dementors. They are my favorite Harry Potter creature. Just because of how scary they are. They're all cloaked and flying and ooh. And, of course, they're part of, like, one of my favorite Harry Potter movies, The Prisoner of Azkaban. It's not nearly my favorite book, honestly. Like, I love the movie way more than the book in terms of Prisoner of Azkaban. Maybe it's just because of how it was directed and the music that John Williams did. Anyways, I'm off track. But yeah, I am so excited to see what this is all about. Maybe there's like a stealth. Oh my gosh. Imagine a stealth sequence going through Azkaban prison. Oh my lord. I would love it. I would love it. So these, what were these called? Were they called Graphorns? I think they're called Graphorns? I don't remember what they're called. I think it was like Graphorn or something. Yeah, oh. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I love that. I think they even confirmed this. You can see here that this character is petting the Graphorn, and in the other scene, the other player was being attacked by the Graphorn. I believe it's one of those your decisions matter kind of games where you can be nice to magical beasts and they'll help you and be friendly, or you can just be mean and they'll attack you. I really like that aspect, and I wonder how it'll play into the gameplay and how you can earn the respect of the magical beasts. It's all got to be based on choices you make throughout the game and actions you take. So I'm really interested to see that. Okay, we're gonna finish this up. It's a troll, not much to say. Dude, look at that Ravenclaw robe. Oh, it looks so spiffy and nice. So that's our main baddie, it looks like. I will admit, he does look pretty generic. Like, there's no interesting standout features to him. I mean, there's the mask, but it's a skull mask, which, is not overly interesting. I hope they give this baddie an interesting backstory. Okay, we need to finish this. Ooh, I love that acromantula here. I really hope there's also something like a multiplayer component to this game. Alright, we're gonna head back to the State of Play. I really hope there's a cool multiplayer component to this game. Like, I don't know, being able to play online with friends, and all of that. That's what I ideally want. Okay, so we got 2 minutes till it's starting. So bada bing. Yeah, the reason I brought up Universal is the Harry Potter area, but also because they added a new ride there a few years ago. Like, yeah, they did. I haven't seen it because I went there before. It's like a Hagrid ride, I think. It's based on Hagrid. But I do know, actually, I think they're also expanding the Harry Potter part even more. Like, I think they're doing an area based on the Fantastic Beasts movies, which I find really interesting because, like, Fantastic Beasts doesn't really have, like, a notable location. The only thing I can think of is MACUSA, like the MACUSA building, but even that I don't think was featured that much in The Crimes of Grindelwald, and it doesn't look like it's going to be featured that much, if at all, in The Secrets of Dumbledore. So I don't know. I honestly really don't know what what new thing they're gonna do there. I don't know. We'll have to see. I think Makuza makes the most sense, but how can you make a ride out of that? You know, I'm not sure. Does the music sound good? Is the music on par, like level? Like, is it all good? Can you hear the music well? Because I'm sure once it starts, because I don't think I can really, I can do that. Hopefully that's good. Yeah. Oh, and The Secrets of Dumbledore comes out in like a month now. Like little less than a month, I think. And I am honestly kind of excited for that movie. I did not like The Crimes of Grindelwald that much.
At the ready. State of Play is back with an in-depth look at the magic brewing in Hogwarts Legacy.
Never mind. I'll shut up. Oh, you're done now? Okay. But yeah, I didn't care for Crimes of Grindelwald all that much. So I'm really hoping that Secrets of Dumbledore steps it up a notch. Because too much happened in Crimes of Grindelwald. Way too much happened. So I hope that they actually answer some questions in that and don't leave us with a billion more. Like, keep it still pretty quiet. Okay, hold on. Okay, hold on. Running. Okay. Hold on. Shut up. Alright, we're back. Alright, okay, we're good. I made it before anything got shown. Perfect. Alright. How is it? How does it sound? I mean, it's pretty quiet now, right now, but... Sounds much better? Okay, good. Okay. I haven't watched... Oh, the Harry Potter movies are so good. There's some I don't care. There's some I like more than others, but... In-game footage, work in progress, music gameplay, in-game cinematics, captured on a PS5, developer kit. Okay, oh my god, look at all this is so beautiful! Hogwarts. Let's go.
What do you think you're doing?
Centaurs! Oh, that looks so good! And you have a friend with you, it looks like. Like you have a... That's a Grapple, I think, right? Oh, gosh, this is good. Okay, come on. Give us some deets. Give us some details. Oh, Hogwarts looks so good!
Welcome to Hogwarts Legacy. You're a new student at the famed School of Witchcraft and Wizardry with a unique ability to manipulate powerful ancient magic hidden in the wizarding world.
Okay.
You need to uncover what's behind the return of this forgotten magic and who is seeking to harness it to destroy wizard kind, as you may be the one that decides the fate of the entire wizarding world.
Ooh.
But before you can study magic and begin to solve these mysteries, you must create the witch or wizard you want to be.
Okay, cool.
When you arrive at Hogwarts, you will be sorted into one of the 4 Hogwarts houses: Gryffindor, Hufflepuff, Ravenclaw, or Slytherin. After you settle into your dormitory, you will meet up with your housemates in the common room. You will then need to attend classes, and you do have some catching up to do, as you are starting Hogwarts late, as a 5th year.
Yeah.
So you are the new student.
You'll begin your studies attending Charms, Defense Against the Dark Arts, Herbology, and Potions classes, to name a few.
Okay.
Oh, hello. Class, please welcome the newest rose in our garden.
Shall we begin? Welcome to Year 5 of Charms. Now, this will be
a
crucial year in your education on the art of charm work. But I am confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge.
Oh, I like this guy.
The best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two.
Ooh, Defense Against the
Time
Dark
for a
Arts?
proper Hogwarts welcome.
Oh, there's our rival.
You may begin.
Ooh, giving him a whooping.
Not bad for a beginner.
Potions is one of the most challenging and hazardous subjects taught at this school.
Oh, I like this
Here,
guy.
you'll meet your professors and learn to cast spells, grow magical plants, brew potions, and more.
Okay.
In between classes, you'll be able to explore the castle famous for its secrets, enchantments, and mysteries.
I like this. This looks so good. Oh,
You'll
there's
discover
the fat
dungeons
lady.
and secret passageways.
That's cool.
as well as challenging puzzles that will require magical skill and a clever mind to solve.
Just walk by, woman. You didn't see
find
anything.
yourself in iconic
How's
locations
health?
you've never been able to explore
Oh, the kitchen.
before.
Those are the kitchens. Oh, that's so cool. That's very faithful to the books.
It's the late 1800s, so while the common rooms and classes may be familiar, most of your professors will not be. However, you may recognize a few faces.
Nearly Headless Nick. Yep. Alright, call that.
Patrick lets me join the Headless Hunt, I'll be right there with them. This offering is sure to win them over.
Don't forget why I'm here, sir.
You'll come to know this eclectic group of talented witches and wizards in class and while completing side assignments that are part of a special curriculum. One's designed to help you catch up with the other 5th years at your own speed.
Okay. Quidditch! Yes! Oh! Oh, that's,
Opportunities for adventure abound in
Devil's
the
Snare.
area surrounding Hogwarts. The magical abilities you learn to master through your schoolwork will soon become tested as you unravel a dangerous mystery by working alongside the accomplished and yet enigmatic Professor Fig to try and discover if the rumors of a mounting goblin rebellion hold any weight,
Ooh,
and
Goblin
if the
Rebellion.
safety of Hogwarts lies in the balance.
I have. Opinions differ as to how great a threat he really is.
Goblins.
Loyalists are capable of so much more than people realize.
The wizarding world of this era is fraught with dangers. Creatures corrupted by a magical force, powerful goblins, and sinister witches and wizards, all willing to fight, even kill, to achieve their own goals. In fact, there's an uneasy alliance between the goblins and dark wizards.
You said you could get to the child when they came to Hogsmeade. That all you needed was a distraction. I gave you a distraction.
I just watched a student take down your distraction. Who is this child? You're not telling me.
But perhaps you shouldn't involve yourself with that just yet.
Let's go.
This is so cool. This is like legit your own Hogwarts story. I love it.
Enemies possess unique defensive and offensive
that mountain
abilities,
troll.
including blasting curses, stunning spells, enchanted weaponry, and more. While some may attack directly, others might enchant and incapacitate you. Mastery of the shield charm allows you to deflect ranged spells and direct weapon strikes.
Okay, that's cool. That reminds me of Deathly Hallows Part 2 of the
Counterattack
game.
with powerful stunning charms, allowing you to follow up with extended spell combinations. Students who become particularly adept at spellcasting will find many ways to exploit their enemy's weakness.
Okay. So I'm guessing there's like a level up system, which makes sense. It's an RPG. Ooh, we can apparate. This is so cool! Like this
Slam
combat.
with Descendo. Roast with Incendio.
Ooh.
Devastate your enemies using various finishes. You can even use the mysterious, powerful magic your professors do not understand to obliterate your strongest foes.
Cool.
Mixing and matching dozens of spells will let you define your combat style.
That's so cool. The combat
On your
seems
path to become the ultimate duelist.
the combat seems so intricate and in depth. I love it. And this music is really good too.
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces on your own time.
In addition to classes and spells, you'll have access to a deep set of upgrades, talents, and skills to aid your progression as a wizard.
Okay.
Complete challenges throughout the world to earn experience. Level up your abilities by choosing talents to upgrade your spells, plants, and potions to increase their power. Decide which talents best fit your playstyle, to allow you to focus on your favorite types of magic.
Okay, that's cool.
You can also loot, buy, or craft your own magical gear that will increase your offensive and defensive capabilities in combat. Gear can be upgraded and specialized to allow for greater abilities for your chosen playstyle.
Use a strong, even motion when cutting your ingredients.
Potions, herbology, and beasts. Okay, let's go.
Spells are not the only tools at your disposal in combat. As you hone your wand skills, you can continue to further your magical education at Hogwarts, progressing your development as a witch or wizard. Brew potions that can increase your power when you need a boost.
Okay, that makes sense.
Grow and deploy magical plants to mob the battlefield and keep your enemies at bay.
Okay, that's cool.
You can even unleash deadly mandrake seedlings to incapacitate unsuspecting
Oh, that's
enemies.
cool. That's cool.
In Beast class, you will learn about a variety of magical beasts you might encounter, both at school and as you explore the world surrounding the castle and its grounds.
The goal of today is to remind
Here we
all
go.
how to maneuver
Oh
on
my.
a broomstick.
Yes.
Learning and mastering broom flight is highly recommended so that you may travel around the world more quickly.
Oh, yes.
I want you to do my herbology homework.
You're despicable.
Companions,
Some
okay.
abilities may be taught to you by students who become your friends. As you develop relationships with these schoolmates, they can accompany you on your journey as your companions.
I like that.
And over time, you'll learn their stories.
This is our chance.
I like this.
Natsai Onai is a brave adventurer driven by the justice she seeks. Poppy Sweeting has a kind heart and loves magical beasts, connecting with them more easily than with humans.
I love this.
What happens now?
Unafraid of detention or breaking the rules,
Sneaking in the restricted section again!
is Sebastian Sallow, a charismatic Slytherin
We've been over this, boy. Riddlefigs cannot reverse a curse.
with a troubling family secret.
Nothing can. The sooner you accept that reality, the better.
You'll meet these students and more as you explore common rooms, hallways between classes, and regular gathering areas.
The room of requirement,
Welcome
alright.
to the room of requirement.
One of the most remarkable secrets of Hogwarts is known as the Room of Requirement. You're introduced to this space that seems to sense what you need and then provides it for you.
Okay. So it's like a easy mode, I guess, or like...
Since you need to catch up to your peers, the room provides space for you to sow and harvest plants, brew potions, and upgrade your gear.
Okay. That's cool.
A helpful house elf named Deke helps you discover vivariums that allow you to nurture your own menagerie of magical beasts.
Oh!
Deke isn't sure. Only one way to find out.
You can freely customize this space to reflect your personality and magical specialties.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, I get to keep magical beasts in here? Oh, that's so cool. Oh, I don't know what that piece is called. Beyond the castle walls.
Not everything you need on your journey is available at Hogwarts.
Hogsmeade!
You'll want to visit the nearby wizarding village of Hogsmeade, where loads of shops and vendors can provide you with the supplies you require.
Okay.
From potion ingredients and recipes, to seeds for magical plants, to all sorts of gear.
Alright, so outfits and all that.
But Hogsmeade also has its dangerous side. A band of dark witches and wizards, emboldened by the turmoil of the times, wander the village outskirts.
Huh.
You must avoid them or defeat them.
Ah, so Hogsmeade can actually
As you
be,
explore,
like, dangerous.
you'll find the world surrounding Hogwarts is alive with activity, wonders, and areas of unusual interest. As the school year progresses, dynamic seasons and climates will fill the sky with lightning or sunshine, or coat the ground with snow or rain.
That's cool.
Unique wizarding hamlets pepper the countryside, each with vendors and residents who have stories to tell, and missions with which they could use your assistance. Be on the lookout for enchanting magical puzzles that may very well have been designed by Merlin himself when he was a student at Hogwarts. Magical beasts roam the lands outside the castle walls. Some have been corrupted by a mysterious dark magic, while others are at risk of poachers and their traps. If you're feeling benevolent, you can rescue them and restore them to health in the Room of Requirement. But there are dangers beyond
you can go to
your
Gringotts. Oh, that's so
in
cool.
the world as well. Dungeons and vaults hold perilous threats and also untold rewards.
Man,
Be careful where you choose to explore, as it may lead you down a darker path.
Oh, you can be evil too.
Master spells. Befriend new allies. Journey across a landscape never seen before. Uncover ancient secrets. Combat mystical threats. Learn long-forgotten mysteries. Become the witch or wizard you want to be as you leave your unique mark on the wizarding world.
Oh, that's so cool.
In Hogwarts Legacy.
Oh, that's so cool. Release window. Holiday. Okay. Yeah, I figured it'd be a release window. Is there any more? Or is this it? Because I think there's still 5 more minutes. It's about 20 minutes of...
That was your first extended look at Hogwarts Legacy. Now let's hear from the real wizards and witches behind the game.
Alright, let's see what they have to say. That looks so good. I mean, it's not even my kind of game, but I mean, it's Harry Potter. I have to play it.
The attention to detail and the passion and the love for this brand that the team has is astonishing.
Our team is so excited to take all of the love that they put into this as fans and give it to fans.
This is the game that they've dreamed of for 20 years. The lore of the Wizarding World is already so rich, and all we had to do was harness those elements.
Oh, it says we're house there. That's
game
cool.
out of it.
That's cool.
The movies, the books, they all touched me in such a way. Like, it makes me want to go to experience Hogwarts. It makes me put in so much more detail into this game.
I like all the concept art. It looks so good.
We really want to make sure that anything we add or anything we play with or anything that we explore really feels authentic.
Bringing to life just the charm and the love, everything we have for the books, and then marrying that with the iconic experiences from the movies that fans will recognize is really just the perfect handshake between the two.
That's cool. I like that this game does try
just
to be
the discovery of seeing things portrayed for the first time. Maybe they've read something and had a picture in their head the whole time, but then finally to get to touch it, to walk around it.
You've got all of these elements that can come together to create this amazing AAA open world action RPG.
When it comes to the open world, we just knew it wasn't going to be enough to just stare out of the windows of Hogwarts and wonder what it's like out there. But the final question that fans ask is, what's beyond that? What's beyond the Forbidden Forest? What's going to be beyond Hogsmeade? What's beyond the Black Lake if I start traveling south? And we just felt like we had to answer those questions.
Whoa. All right, I have to look at that map more in depth. There's a lot there.
We were creating a real wide palette of opportunities and ways to explore the world. You're going to see different stories that are really exclusive to who you were in the world.
Hogwarts Legacy is an original story that takes place in the late 1800s.
You are a new student who is starting at the famed School of Witchcraft and Wizardry as a 5th year, which is very unusual. So already there's a bit of an edge and a bit of a mystery.
The original story that we tell in the game is your story of what you did, in the Wizarding World that you haven't seen before.
Or make our own magic with our story we're trying to tell.
Fans are familiar with the Wizarding World from, the 1900s and on, really. But now, with this world, we're able to sort of create a space that's their own. Fans of the series will know that ancient magic has been around for a long time, to say the least, and that Hogwarts itself is a stronghold of ancient magic. And the Avatar, the player, has the ability to sense it and possibly wield it or control it.
Our process of development started with rereading the books. And over development, we reread the books many times. Every time we start with a new feature, we dig into that. And then beyond, we would go into the films.
Being able to put our own spin
on what this universe is was a pretty big deal. I helped design a piece that nobody has ever seen before, the Hufflepuff common room. You know, as a Hufflepuff, you always wondered, like, what is my common room supposed to look like?
It's close enough to the world that we know that fans will recognize certain names, they'll recognize spells, they'll recognize certain locations.
I recognize that doorway, I recognize that classroom.
But mostly, it's going to be an entirely new wizarding world that no one's ever experienced.
When people engage in the wizarding world, what's the one anchor? Like, what's the thing that everyone comes back to? What's the thing that grounds it all and grounds all these characters and grounds all these figures? And for us, we really felt like that answer was Hogwarts itself. That school, that famous school of witchcraft and wizardry, is really what binds it all.
How to bring Hogwarts to life. That was a very big challenge because, as everybody knows, Hogwarts is huge.
Now we need to know exactly how this passage connects to this passage for a game, because you're gonna have to walk it.
And of course, again, the Sentient Castle, it's got new surprises up its sleeves. It likes to keep its students on its toes. We've put so many little secrets and passageways and rooms in this castle.
That's cool.
We recreate those very important locations, and then there's these other places that are only mentioned in the books or just alluded to, and we have to make the connective tissue that brings all of it together.
Having a world that is a breathing, living world is very hard to do because it's all about the details. And as a concept team, we really got into those details and studied history, studied architecture.
I hope that when fans play the game, they get as lost in it as I do. I can just be reviewing a side mission, and all of a sudden I find myself wandering Hogwarts for like 45 minutes because it's so beautiful.
The community is absolutely going to love Hogwarts Legacy.
It's gonna be so fun.
Get that letter to Hogwarts and go to Hogwarts.
We're so excited for people to come to this, to inhabit it, to actually enter the Hogwarts that we built. This is your Hogwarts legacy.
Good, man. This looks so good. And up at the bottom it says 8 film collection. You can stream it.
We truly hope you enjoyed the Hogwarts Legacy State of Play. Our team is so grateful for the excitement and for the passion that all of you bring to this. It's truly what fuels us. On behalf of our team at WB Games Avalanche, we want to thank you for being here today, and we'll see you at Hogwarts.
That's our show. We hope you're excited for the magic.
That was the state of play. I'm gonna quickly switch to face cam for a second. We're gonna go through it a little bit more. I'm gonna talk about stuff from the trailer a little bit more in depth. Hello, Clash Ethan. Good seeing you. My day's going well. Better now that I saw this. So yeah, Hogwarts Legacy. Okay, there's a lot of really fine, interesting details from this. Firstly, basically, yes, there is going to be, like, it's heavily going to be focused on you learning and catching up to everyone else. Because I wondered, like, one of my big questions was, you're coming to Hogwarts as a 5th year. So I wondered, like, is it going to be, like, you're a 5th year and you transfer from another school, or are you just starting? And apparently you are just starting, and you have to catch up to everybody else. And, you know, to do that, you gotta study up and learn all these spells, which makes it interesting because, I mean, obviously, you're going to be learning along with your avatar. You, like, you know, you yourself are learning how to use those spells, which is really, really interesting. The combat looks very intricate, very engaging, and I like it. I really like it, and I really hope it all just comes together really well. It seems like there's so much to know, so much to learn with the combat, that I hope it isn't overcomplicated. It looks very complicated, but I feel like combat in any game looks complicated until you actually go and play it. So that's really, really interesting. And they mentioned very shortly, I know this is like a rumored thing, I didn't know if this was actually confirmed or if it was just a rumor, but you can also be a bad person. You can also be a villain, which I like. It seems like you can be influenced to join the Dark Wizards. As you can see your character killing someone. Like, you can be dark. And I do like that you really get to decide where your character goes. And I really do like that. And I like the companions aspect, too. I mean, most RPGs, you have a team, you know, of characters that you control. But I like having companions and friends that you meet along the way. I hope it really is something that you can build. Like, if there's one character in particular you really like, if you could focus on building your relationship with them, and they are much closer to you and they are always with you, like, you know, maybe some characters you don't really see at all. I hope it's not super scripted, because you know how games are scripted wise, you know, you see every character a set amount of times. I hope that if you like one character more than the other, you don't even have to see the other character at all. You can just focus all of your attention on befriending and getting to know this one particular character. That's a really interesting detail. That's a really interesting thing I like. Flying, brooms, also. The one thing, they didn't really mention Quidditch at all. They mentioned flying on brooms, but they didn't mention Quidditch. There was one shot that did have a character in a Quidditch uniform on their broom. So I am hoping that Quidditch will be a thing that you can partake in. But you can learn how to fly a broom. You can use it to fly around to get to places faster, which is awesome. And it seems like you're probably also going to be able to do that with hippogriffs as well. Maybe you can also do it with other creatures like dragons, thestrals, whatever. Maybe even Graphorn, because you can collect magical beasts, almost like Newt Scamander. You can get magical beasts, and you can keep them in the Room of Requirement, it looks like. I think it was. You can keep them in the Room of Requirement. And there's this thing that this house elf, I forget the name of the house elf, gives to you, so that you can keep all of your magical beasts there. And I like it. So you can go and get magical beasts. Maybe that's one of the things you can really do in the game. Explore, let's say, the Forbidden Forest. And if you see a Bowtruckle out in the wild and you want to have it be part of your magical beast collection, you can probably find a way to get it. Almost like Pokemon. Figure out how to lure it out and capture it. That just sounds like a lot of fun. And being able to take care of all of your magical creatures, that just sounds super, super cool. And the professors look really interesting too. We didn't really see who the headmaster was, I don't think. We didn't really talk about the headmaster, which I do think is interesting. I don't know. Well, maybe they did. No. I think I lied. I think they did talk about the headmaster. I think the headmaster is the older guy that you are with. I forget his name. But you could see. I think we saw the defense against the dark arts teacher, the charms teacher, the herbology teacher, and the potions master. I really liked all of them. The defense against the dark arts teacher was an older lady. She seemed super cool. She seemed almost like Professor McGonagall in a way, in her attitude, her mannerisms, her language. She seemed very Professor McGonagall, very stern. Maybe she's the head of Gryffindor House. I don't know, but she seemed really, really cool. How's Chris? Chris is doing well. Chris has been, what's he doing today? He's just out. I think he's out with family and friends and stuff today. He's just doing his thing. He's doing really well. Where was I? The herbology teacher, seemed kind of, bubbly in her personality. She seemed really nice, really sweet. The potions master reminded me of Mad Eye Moody a little bit, and I really liked it. Seemed kind of odd, a little bit out there, but really, really cool. And then the charms professor, the charms teacher, I liked him. He was so, like, I don't know. He was like, who did he remind me of in terms of comparison? I guess he gave me like Lockhart vibes minus the arrogance. Just kind of like a bubbly, almost ditzy teacher, but still a cool teacher. Yeah, looked so cool. I wonder if you could build relationships with your teachers as well, because obviously you have your Hogwarts, the other Hogwarts students that you can talk to and build relationships with. But I wonder if you could also do that with the teachers, because in Harry Potter, Harry befriended a few of his teachers, like Professor Lupin, Mad Eye Moody, etc., etc. I wonder if you could do the same here, where, let's say, I want the charms teacher to come along with me, because he knows his charms really well, and I would like someone like that with me to help me adventure. If you could build that relationship with your teacher, that would be super, super cool. Let's see, what else was there in this that they revealed? There's just so much. Oh, they revealed a little bit more of the story. I honestly really like it. Apparently, what I was thinking is that the main baddie was going to be that skull mask guy from the first trailer, and it doesn't seem like that's really what's going on. He's probably the head of the Dark Wizards, but that's not the whole story. There's this goblin versus wizard thing going on where the goblins are, raging war against the wizards or attacking wizards. And that is honestly a really cool step, because most of the time in all of the Harry Potter story, or in all the Harry Potter stories that we know, it's wizards and witches attacking witches and wizards because of viewpoints of muggles, basically, no magics, like of how they view them and how the statute of secrecy is and all that. Like, that's mostly where the issues have been. Maybe Voldemort was a little bit more about killing Harry, but there's the hating muggles aspect as well. But regardless, this is more about goblins, and maybe it's how the wizards and witches have treated goblins. Maybe they're having an uprising. What does that mean in terms of Gringotts? Because Gringotts is run by goblins. Like what could happen? Could goblins take over? I mean, you're in Gringotts. There was a scene where you could see you're in one of those Gringotts trolley things. I don't know. There's a lot of potential with this. And it's coming out holiday this year, so later this year. I'm really interested and really excited to see what they do with it. If anyone has anything else they want to add, or maybe something I missed from the trailer, let's go back here and just look through it very quickly, because I don't really think I missed much of anything. I'll mute this so that you don't have to hear choppy stuff. Hold on. Oops. Let's see here. So I'll look at the postmaster. Where's the headmaster in all this? Because I think that's a charms teacher. I don't know who these two are. I don't know. But yeah, the common rooms look so good. The Ravenclaw common room looks so good, because I'm a Ravenclaw, so this would be my common room. I wonder if you don't even have access to the other common rooms. I wonder if, you're a Ravenclaw, you can only go to the Ravenclaw common room. I don't even remember what the real rule about it was in the books. If you could bring someone into the common room if they're invited. I don't remember. I honestly don't remember. Hey, Luke, I'm doing pretty well. How are you doing? I've seen the Ravenclaw the Slytherin common room looks freaking great. It looks like there's some parts of Hogwarts where I'm like this definitely isn't modeled based off of the movies, and that's okay. They don't have, not everything has to be modeled based off the movies, but this looks like it did in the movie, if I'm not mistaken, if I'm remembering correctly. The Slytherin common room looks freaking great. It is weird because it is supposed to be underground, and there's a giant window here, so maybe I'm missing something. But nonetheless, the Gryffindor common room looks really, really good. I wonder how many students you can actually interact with. If you can actually interact with every single student, and every single student has something interesting to them. Maybe, not being able to have every student be your companion. Because, the companion students have depth to them. There's, backstory to them. That Slytherin boy has some interesting backstory to him. That Gryffindor girl had some backstory to her about I don't know, something that she's trying to escape, or justice that she's trying to get. Or that Hufflepuff girl who has an easier time befriending magical beasts instead of other witches and wizards, which could actually involve a backstory. Not every single character needs that level of backstory, but still being able to interact with each of them maybe having a name, and even just a base level personality, so you can be oh, this is Jessica, and she's pretty smart. She's active in the classes I've seen her in. You can be able to actually know and describe each character. Maybe not every single character, but certain characters you'll recognize and be oh yeah, this character's smart. Oh yeah, this character's mean. That kind of stuff. Alex is doing good. I heard a rumor that Spencer Craven's Cosmic Shake is going to be released on July 22nd. Is that true? I heard July something. I don't remember. I don't know. It was a leaked release date from somewhere. I don't know. Sometimes they end up being true. Sometimes they don't. So that's why I haven't made a video on it, because I just don't know. Alright, let's see here. What else is there? And this is the Hufflepuff common room. The Hufflepuff common room looks freaking good, too. It looks so cozy and comfy. Very Hufflepuffy. Looks nice. And the game visually just looks so nice too. Like, look at the outfits. Like, look at the robes. Like, the robes look so good. So this is in the Charms costume. You can see different spells on the background here, which is nice. Like, we see Rictus Sempra, we see Alohomora, we see, what else? Patroclus Totalis. There's a lot of cool stuff here. The herbology classroom looks freaking great too. Like, this game looks so beautiful. Like, the graphics are just super impressive. And this game is still, what? If it's holiday, let's say it comes out in November, still at least another 6 to 7 months out. 7, 8 months out. Like, that's crazy. Like, that's insane. So here's our herbology teacher. She's very young, but she's also very nice, very sweet. Kind of how you'd imagine a, like, you know, like someone who's very green. Like, you know, I don't want to stereotype here, but, like, you know, very bubbly, upbeat, nice. Then we have this guy. I love this guy. I never caught his name, but the Charms teacher, just so bubbly and nice and cool looking. Look at all the spells they have, like, you know, Expecto Patronum, Lumos, Alohomora, Pisky, Legitimens. There's so much cool stuff here. Peritotum Locomotor. Yeah, there's so much cool stuff here. Alright, DX actually and ended up being true. Maybe. I don't know. We'll have to see. So yeah, this guy looks super, super cool. Look at that. I like how like bubbly and nice he is. Did we even really get to see this teacher's face? The Defense Against the Dark Arts teacher? So at first I thought this guy was going to be mean. But apparently he's just like really bold and like has a past to him. So yeah, so there's the back of our Defense Against the Dark Arts teacher. Oh, there she is. Okay, so we do get to see her. Yeah, she's very McGonagall-esque. She's like stern, it seems. I don't know. I really like her. I like how she seems. Like I said, she could be like legit Gryffindor's head what was it called? Head teacher of or head of Gryffindor House, whatever. I think that could be her. So yeah, so this is the Slytherin kid that has some sort of backstory to him. I'm really interested to see how many characters actually have like backstory. Like how many characters have actual real good depth to them. I'm interested to see that. So potions class. So okay, so this is the last teacher, the potions teacher. He, like I said, he gives me Mad Eye Moody kind of vibes. Like a bit unsettled, a bit out there. Maybe not the nicest, but maybe not the meanest. He seems cool enough. He has a limp, obviously, so maybe he was like an aura or something. Yeah. Let's see, potion class. Like I like that they definitely emphasize how important classes are. So yeah. So the one thing I haven't seen the Quidditch pitch. Like I was looking around Hogwarts to see like what landmarks I could recognize, and I believe that's the Owlery. And I've never seen this courtyard, but this is probably a courtyard designed for the game, you know, not like actually based on anything. This is probably like the grand staircase area. Like, yeah. Honestly, there's the fat lady, so that's going towards the Gryffindor common room. I don't know where this is. I honestly do not know where this is. I mean, it's gotta be the dungeons somewhere, right? It's gotta be the dungeons. Are you gonna be watching it? I probably won't be watching it because I don't care about Star Wars. Sorry, Luke. Star Wars isn't my thing. What do you think of your Luigi's Mansion Lego set? I really like it. I'm gonna be getting hopefully the other sets at some point, at some time as well. Hopefully. Yeah, I like how there's different secrets and different things you can interact with, like in the castle. Like so many like hidden areas. I don't know. I'm really excited. I wonder like how in depth you'll actually be able to go, like if you'll be able to get to the Chamber of Secret. I mean, probably not, because you probably can't speak Parcel Tongue and it hasn't been discovered at that point, but like it'd be so cool if you could like find the Chamber of Secrets on accident. So here's the kitchens with all the house elves doing their kitcheny things, which that really shows that they did pay attention to the books, because in the movies you did not hear anything. Like if you just watched the movies, you wouldn't even know that house elves worked at Hogwarts and they prepared the food and they were working in the kitchens. Like you wouldn't even know that. But here, like, it's obviously read the books, and I'm really excited to see what other book things will be here as well. Yeah. I'm wondering what this place is. My guess is that this is the prefect's bathroom. So maybe you can become a prefect because, right, that's the only thing I can think of. This has to be the prefect's bathroom. Which was seen in Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, and this definitely takes some creative liberties, but it definitely gives me that with the mermaid silhouette on the window or whatever that is here, the big giant bathtub with all the faucets. Like, this is probably the prefect's bathroom. So that's my guess. So maybe it's one of those things, because just like how you can become good and evil, maybe you can become a prefect or a head boy/girl. Like, maybe you could do that. Yeah, I'm excited for this game too, Almighty. Alright, so this is the Charms classroom. Looks so good. Like, look at this. Oh, it just looks so nice. And like I said, we still got another, what? Like I said, like 7 or 8 months until this game comes out. 7, 8, 9 months, whatever. So even like the little imperfections that show up every now and again can be fixed, which is super, super cool. There's Nearly Headless Nick, our first familiar character. I think we did see Peeves as well. I don't know if it was Peeves. There was a character in this trailer, which we'll probably come up to in a little bit, that did look like Peeves. But I don't know if it was Peeves. So yeah, so you can do all these side missions. So this looks like a little wizarding game that looks kind of cool. But I feel it's part of a side mission. Like, it's not like a game that you can actually like probably go and play. It's just like a little objective thing. Hagrid's hut is there, which is interesting. I wonder if, well, I guess that could also just be like the where the groundskeeper, not the groundskeeper, that's Filch. What was Hagrid's position before he became I guess he was kind of groundskeeper, wasn't he? Because I'm trying to not mix up him and Filch, because Filch was a groundskeeper too. I don't know, but either way. So yeah, so you see, there's the Quidditch bench. I'm just blind and stupid. I think I was just focused on the uniform this character's wearing. So yeah, maybe you can play Quidditch. I think, man, I would love to play Quidditch. I think that's something they just didn't show here. I think you will be able to play Quidditch, and honestly, that's awesome. I hope like they give you the choice of like actually being able to. I do think they mentioned in the trailer, you can learn how to fly, but you can also not learn how to fly. Flying will be advantageous for you because you could fly places and make traveling quicker. So I do think you can choose to learn how to fly or choose not to learn how to fly, when you can probably use that knowledge to join the Quidditch team. And I don't know, maybe you can play any position. Maybe you can apply to be a beater, a chaser, a seeker, a keeper. Like, you can choose which position you want to play. I don't know. That could be super. Like, I'm just wondering how much freedom you're going to have in this game, because it said in the trailer you could learn how to fly or not learn how to fly, and you probably have the option to learn how to fly but not be on the Quidditch team. Like, there's so much potential here, and I'm really excited to see what comes of it. So that's Devil's Snare, so you're exploring some more. I'm wondering where this is. This can't be Hogwarts, I don't think. I don't think this is in Hogwarts. If it is somewhere in Hogwarts, I just don't recognize it. Let me know down in the comments down below or in the chat, whatever. But, yeah, I don't think this is Hogwarts. Well, this is definitely not Hogwarts. Like, there's so much area outside. Like, they said, like, this game is, you're not just limited to Hogwarts. You can explore everywhere. So this is the guy, I think it might be the headmaster. I don't remember. Hold on, let me see. Let me go back and see what they said about him. Let me unmute.
Adventure abound in the area surrounding Hogwarts. The magical abilities you learn to master through your schoolwork will soon become tested as you unravel a dangerous mystery by working alongside the accomplished and yet enigmatic Professor Fig to try and discover if the rumors of a mounting goblin rebellion hold any weight.
Okay, so they didn't say what his actual position was. They said he's Professor Fig. Fig is actually, there's the, what's her name? Well, Mrs. Fig. She's in the Harry Potter movies. I believe she's actually a squib. And she's from Order of the Phoenix. And she's, like, one of Harry Potter's neighbors that was keeping an eye on him for Dumbledore. Like, Miss Fig. So I wonder if they're related, because she is a squib. So she, like, has wizarding blood. So maybe she's a descendant of him. I don't know. So let's keep going. But yeah, there's a Goblin Rebellion. That, I don't know. To me, that it makes the story more exciting. It makes the story more exciting. Also, we have a year here. So, Monday, September 1st, 1890. So, 1890. When did Albus Dumbledore go to Hogwarts? Hold on, let me Google up here. When did Albus Dumbledore go to Hogwarts? 1892. So 2 years after this. So I wonder how, because so that would mean that if you're in your 5th year and you're starting in 1890, and Dumbledore starts in the 1892 school year, you would still go to school. You would be a 7th year when Dumbledore is a 1st year. So I wonder how long this story will take, because we see that it goes over seasons. So I'm wondering if it all builds up to your 7th year, and Albus Dumbledore comes in your 7th year. Well, I guess technically your 3rd year, but you know what I mean. That could be interesting. That could be really interesting. Maybe we'll get to meet a kid version of Albus Dumbledore, an 11-year-old Albus Dumbledore. We'll have to see. Let me see here. So this is the Daily Prophet. Goblin Rebellion, Truth or Gobbledygook. I guess there's not really much else here to look at. So let's see here. I mean, that's got to be the headmaster, right? That's got to be the headmaster. Okay, hold on. Now we're here. So now we're seeing, I'm going to guess, hold on. Professor Fig. Because, let's see, Harry Potter. Because the headmasters are established, right? Like, the headmasters are established in Harry Potter lore. Yeah, no, it's only showing up Mrs. Fig. Arabella Fig. So I wonder, So I wonder if there is a relation there. But, yeah. Anyways. So I wonder where this is happening. Because I don't know if it's Gringotts. Where's this? Oh, this is the place I don't know where that is. Maybe it's Gringotts. Maybe this is in Gringotts. Because I'm seeing like a track looking thing over here. Maybe this is Gringotts. I don't know. I mean, yeah, there are goblins in here. So this might be Gringotts, actually. So that's my guess. Yeah, this looks so good. So it seems like there's a dark magic corrupting people, which is super cool. It's not the most original thing in the world, but it's cool. And I'm just gonna let this combat play out here, because I think this is where they go into the combat. The combat is so intricate. It seems like there are so many different spells that you can use and learn. Okay, so this is a little more of a look at the story. This goblin is working with the Dark Wizards. And the Dark Wizards want our character for whatever reason. And I'm interested to see what, they want. Maybe it's because our character can use the magic. Our character can use magic that other characters can't. So I'm wondering if that's why they're after me. Because, I mean, there's got to be a reason that these Dark Wizards are after our character specifically. And I don't know. I don't know. It could also relate to why we're starting Hogwarts in our 5th year. Maybe for the first 4 years, we couldn't because people were after us and we couldn't risk going to a school. Something like that. That's my guess. So yeah, oh god, this looks so good. Looks so good. Alright, so yeah, so this goes into spells and combat. I don't think we really need to go over this too much because it's so complex. There's guarding, and when you guard, I think it says attack that sent at you back at the person who originally sent it, which is pretty cool. Reminds me of Deathly Hallows Part 2, the video game. So here. So there are different abilities that you can upgrade here. So there's room of requirement. These talents improve your abilities in the room of requirement. Okay. There's stealth. These talents improve your ability to sneak around. Now, I did predict that there would be a stealth segment in Azkaban. Maybe you break someone out. I don't know. That could be cool. Maybe it links back to that Slytherin person, the Slytherin character, who has some sort of backstory that is, you know, secretive. Maybe you're breaking someone out for them. It's okay, Ethan. Have a good rest of your day. All right, so core. These talents improve your overall effectiveness. Okay, that's self-explanatory. Okay, I don't get to see the other two. But yeah, I think I'm just end off here because there's a lot in this trailer. There's a lot to this trailer, and honestly, it looks super good. It looks like ridiculously good. I cannot wait to see what comes of this game. But what do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments down below. I would love to hear what you guys think. It's looking super good. I can't wait. So thank you guys so much for watching today's stream. Hopefully you enjoyed. And until next time, guys, I'll see you all in the next one.